Hi, good afternoon. My name is Leroy George of Green Tobago Tours. And if you're here to visit the Buccoo Reef, Nylon Pool and No Man's Land on the largest glass bottom boat in Trinidad and Tobago, then you're at the right place. Where are you? You're here at the Buccoo Lagoon Jetty, also known as Gibson Jetty.
Because we are starting our journey from right within the protected marine area, we are going to spend a lot less time getting to and a lot more time being at each of today's stops. Besides the ease in which our customers can board any of the several vessels we use for various tours, and the expediency experienced while getting from point A to point B, leaving from the Buccoo Jetty is a particularly pleasant experience because the water is always calm due to your entire tour happening within the wave-breaking 5.5-mile Buccoo Reef barrier. Well, it appears everyone is on board. There are life jackets located at the front of the boat, a toilet facility directly under the stairs, and the coolers upstairs are filled with free refreshments for everyone, and your emergency exits are located right around you. Let's begin our adventure.
Take a look through the glass bottom boxes located throughout the center of the lower deck. Lately, we have been seeing far more of these green turtles than in times past. Yes, we know that externally these turtles are not exactly green. However, internally they do have uniquely green tissues, giving them their name green turtles. These are the only species of sea turtles that eat large amounts of green seagrass. You are most likely to see these beautiful creatures as we get near to or in the Nylon Pool area. You will notice that most of the fish you see in the coral garden are small. This is because, generally speaking, fishes spend only the second, third, and fourth years of their lives in coral gardens before they head out into the open sea. The first year of their life is spent often hiding between the roots of the mangrove trees near where we first boarded in the Buccoo Lagoon. The corals you are seeing are large colonies of very small animals called polyps. Polyps are distant relatives of jellyfish. Being invertebrates, their skeletal systems are not internal. These microscopic creatures excrete calcium carbonate, which is also known as limestone. The calcium carbonate excreted from each polyp fuses onto the limestone from those polyps that are or were nearby, forming a singular skeletal system for the entire colony of polyps, forming the diverse shapes of corals you see.
Are you guys ready for what most people consider to be the highlight of today's tour? It should only take us about 7 minutes before we reach the Nylon Pool after leaving the coral garden area. The Nylon Pool is an area far out at sea where the water is generally only meter-waist deep and crystal clear for about a mile or so in diameter. Previous to the early 1960s, this area was known as Dance Bank due to the parties that happened there when the tide was extra low. In the early 1960s, Princess Margaret of Great Britain spent part of her honeymoon in a villa on No Man's Land, where she allegedly lost her nylon stocking when she visited the dance bank. And since then, the area has been called Nylon Pool. It is said that Princess Margaret claimed that if married couples kissed under the clear waters of Nylon Pool, their love would last forever. We are legally obligated to let you know at this junction, however, that she did eventually divorce her husband, Mr. Armstrong. But do not let that deter you from enjoying this tranquil wonder of the world. The princess also allegedly claimed that women over 40 years of age became at least 10 years younger in the Nylon Pool, and that men over the age of 40 became 10 years wiser. She said that single men got richer when they rubbed the sand on their heads, and all the dreams of single ladies came true if they kissed their boat captain. Remember the calcium carbonate we spoke about earlier? Well, in the Nylon Pool, the limestone becomes a fine sand that is used to exfoliate your skin due to its high calcium content. We will spend more time in the Nylon Pool than at any other location. If you and your friends or family members choose to charter this boat or one of the smaller glass bottom boats we use for this tour, you can always visit the Nylon pool during a time where you are likely to have access to the entire area all by yourself. Remember, our phone number is 868-750-8369. You can call or WhatsApp us at any time during the day or night. Be sure to ask us to send you a full list of our green Tobago tours and services. We really hope you enjoyed the Nylon pool. We have one other location to visit on today's tour. In less than 10 minutes, we will be docking in the No Man's Land. Welcome to No Man's Land. This area is a peninsula, and at its western end, it is only a few meters wide. On one side of No Man's Land, you have the regular Caribbean Sea, while on the other side, you have the Buccoo Lagoon. The water on the lagoon side is warmer than the Caribbean Sea side due to the lagoon being a mixture of both fresh and salt water. We are only going to be at No Man's Land for about 20 or so minutes unless you have chosen to do the all-day, all-inclusive version of this tour. There are multiple food vendors at No Man's Land. During a new moon, the lagoon side of No Man's Land is a wonderful place to experience the light show that is part of our bioluminescence tour. To find out more about the bioluminescent tour, call or WhatsApp 868-750-8369. The boat will blow a loud horn when it's time to go back to the Buccoo Lagoon jetty. So please pay attention and ensure that all your loved ones are back on board before we bring to a close today's tour. All things must come to an end, and it is time for us to head back to where we started our journey. Before we part ways, let us leave you with a song from one of Tobago's finest artists, Xavier. Whenever you're in Tobago, give us a call to find out when and where on this island Xavier will be performing next.
But in a minute could get real scary. Open your eyes. Let me tell you where we come from. Trinidad and Tobago Islands. And we not even Jamaican, but the dancehall scene, yeah, we shut down. And everything, yeah, irie. But in a minute could get real scary. Anywhere we go now, missing people on the news, and the boy them on the floor now. Blood running, can't stop it. Flow, boy gunning, small rocket. Woo, black life and a small topic. No, police outside then not stop it. No, try tell me that is part of it. No. And I want to share with you tonight. There's still beauty in our eyes. Open your eyes. Let me start with the roots where we come from. Africa, brought to a paradise island, Bago. Peaceful people, but real radical. Warrior, heart clean, pretty like a rainbow. Link up with a sister isle named Trinidad, West Indian, beat the pan. I know you know the name though. Come and take a lime and a wine for carnival. Have a lemonade and unwind in Tobago. In Tobago, Tobago, Trinidad and Tobago. Tobago, I love you so. Tobago, I love you so.
This is Tobago life, that natural life, that peace, that love, you understand, that unity. Together we aspire, together we achieve, you understand what I'm saying? Boom!